What's going on, Scorpio? Welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're still having fun on your birthday season, doing this birthday right. Go Scorpio! It's your birthday season. Well, yeah, we got a little bit longer for your birthday season there, Scorpio. So I really hope that you have been enjoying this one. That has been a transformative one for you. That you've had a lot of fun and just been enjoying the energy there, Scorpio. But for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Scorpio. And it keeps us changing. Just growing all the time, Scorpio. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Harry has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. And let me tell you why, Scorpio. Because it is Celestial News Monthly. Well, I mean, I know you're not super excited because we're getting ready to move out of your season, but we still have a little bit, Scorpio. You can still tear it up for this last little bit. But when the sun moves into a new sign, we're going to talk about where the planets are and how we can work with the energies. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading gun situation, okay? So with all that being said, Scorpio, let's jump into it. Let me light my candle real quick there, Scorpio. So it felt like something was missing. And Scorpio, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Scorpio. Now, if you can see here, I have oracle cards with each of the signs that the planet and the suns are in. And the suns, all the suns, and the sun are in. I'm going to pull an oracle card from this deck for each one of them, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. And both of these are newer ones, Scorpio side. Now, I'm excited. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Scorpio, so definitely check them out. Very fantastic energy that they bring. I think you would really enjoy them. But before we get into this first card here, let's talk about the little party that Sag is throwing in their sign, because you have the sun that's entering Sagittarius, and then also one of your rulers, Mars, is going to be entering Sag as well. Now, with the sun is going to be entering on the 22nd of November. That'll be at 9:02 a.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll be there through the 21st of December. And with this energy, Scorpio, you may feel more inclined to kind of take risk and embrace adventures, because Sagittarius are always on the move. You know, they are the adventurers of the zodiac. They're ones that are looking for new experiences and finding different ways that they can grow and expand, being Jupiter ruled. So this is a great energy for journeying out of your comfort zone there, Scorpio, and just trying something new, taking like a risk in life. You know, calculated risk, but a risk all the same there, and regain like that renewed like optimism for life, because Sagittarius does bring about more optimistic energy and positivity as well. So that's a definite plus, you know. Where I love your season, Scorpio, always brings up that intuitive energy, but now we're taking the things that we've learned from your energies and making it's just getting a little bit lighter now, and appreciating the transformation that you've gone through. And then also, this is great for physical journeys and intellectual pursuits. So, you know, Scorpio, maybe you want to venture out and go to a new park that you've never gone to, or maybe go on a hike, or maybe go to a different city, different country, or maybe even you want to learn something new, maybe pick up a new language, maybe take a new course of study, whatever that's looking like. But Sagittarius energy is fantastic for that. And you may also find it too that it's easier for you to speak your mind, Scorpio, so that's a definite bonus as well. And then let's talk about your ruler, because one of your rulers, because Mars is going to be moving there on the 24th of November, just a little after the sun, and then we'll be there through the 4th of January 2024. And with this energy, Scorpio, there's a desire to seek out new experiences and challenges. So this energy, you know, I feel like with yours being such a driven, powerful sign as it is, you know, really kind of pushing pushing to the envelope there, and just going out there and just go and have that because I feel like when your ruler takes on that flavor of the sign as well, you really do embody that. I'm just picturing you going for like even like a mountain climb. I mean, not necessarily that you have to do that, or like rock climbing. Just something is like unlocking in you, Scorpio. So pay attention to that because Mars is our drive and our energy. So, but this is too. You may notice a willingness to take risk and to step out of your comfort zone. So embrace this thing. Try something new. You know, find all the little joys in life and keeping an open mind to those experiences. You may not like them, all the things that you do try, but at least now you can cross them off your list. You know, maybe there's a new restaurant that you've been kind of eyeballing, or maybe there's a new book that you want to read, or a new movie that you wanted to see, or maybe a new mall that you've never been to, Scorpio. So play around with that, see where that leads you. But you may also notice too that you may be more direct and candid in your communications and in your actions. And where Sagittarius is a very honest sign, one thing with their energy is that we want to be mindful of where, because there's a time and a place. I feel because honesty sometimes can hit a little hard. Not everyone's ready to take the full the whole truth there. You know, we may need to kind of ease into that sometimes. So just being mindful of that bluntness that Sagittarius can bring sometimes there, Scorpio. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here. Ooh, interesting. So, Scorpio, I like this because you got the kaleidoscope of choices, and I like that, especially during Sag season, because this is life. Life offers a myriad of possibilities. Every choice shifts the pattern, creating new perspectives, and that's exactly what this season is about. Because there are just an innumerable amount of experiences and possibilities for us to experience, Scorpio, and to be had. And the choices that you do make do shape who you are. So I feel that the more that you can broaden that horizon, the more well-rounded of a being that you will be. And I feel that it even just like getting out there and trying different things, you know, maybe experiencing different cultures or different places or whatever that's looking like. I feel that it could lead to, because I feel like, you know, when you think about the change that your sign brings, it doesn't have to always just be this intense change that's going on there. It could be something more kind of lighthearted, and it's like those little experiences that lead to this sort of big, sort of cathartic change. I feel like your energy is, it's intense when it's not, you know, when we're resisting that change, but when we go with the flow, open our minds up excuse me, and yeah, just see things from a different lens, it really does help shape this opportunity or this journey a lot more, Scorpio. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. And I feel the more you keep your mind open to things, the more opportunities that do come your way, Scorpio, as well. So that's something to keep in mind of as well. Thank you. Oh, so Scorpio. Hold on. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Excuse me. So, you have the. I like the Scorpio. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But you have the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and then my lovely lady, the Empress. Love that for you, Scorpio. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Eight of Swords here, Scorpio, because you do have a lot of. I feel like a lot of abundance here, but I feel for some there's this energy with the Eight of Swords that that there may be, we may have to really kind of push ourselves as far as like journeying outside of the or journeying into the unknown. It's not that I don't feel like you're not adventurous, Scorpio, but I feel this Eight of Swords is giving me, you have these sort of comforts that you are, you like that from, like, I feel like there's like this familiarity that we are maybe kind of clinging on to. And I do feel there's a need with the Knight of Pentacles here to just kind of, not necessarily, thrust yourself into something completely different. Take your time with it with the Knight of Pentacles, but I feel like being open to trying, you just trying new things, because the Ace of Pentacles, the aces are like seeds in a sense, and this is like your divine materials. And I feel like that when choices are presented to you, and I feel like that's going to be nice when we talk about this next energy, but it's like when the choices and opportunities are presented to you, to explore them, to see what that is, because who knows what abundance can bring about that with the Empress. What new, I feel like this is even saying that you'll be able to see the beauty in life in a different sort of lens here with the Empress being here. And let me get a little bit more with the Empress here, Scorpio. Give me one second. There's a little bit more here. Because I feel too, Scorpio, with the Eight of Swords, when we stay in our heads like that and kind of limit ourselves to things, it can keep us from seeing that perspective and meeting new people even. And ooh, interesting. Interesting. I love when these two pop up together. All right. So you have the Empress is clarified by the Tower and the Four of Pentacles here, Scorpio. And I like this because I love these two, because here's your ruler, Mars. And I know where the Empress and the Emperor are the divine counterparts, but I like thinking of the Emperor, the Empress in the Tower, because this is Mars and this is Venus. And where Mars goes through and destroys things, like brings about change, removes old foundations. The Empress comes through and plants new beauty. He's clearing the field for her to do her thing. They have a great energies that come together there. And I even feel for some, Scorpio, who knows, that might even lead to a different kind of love. It may be someone not like how your traditional type of like Emperor Empress energy, and that's interesting. I've not gotten that before, but where it may not be like your typical Emperor Empress combination, but there may be someone where you may meet on these opportunities that may complement you in a way. And this doesn't necessarily have to be just in like a love aspect. This could be a friend aspect as well, or maybe even a business partner that may come through along the lines. But it's something that we're going to need to venture out of and not be so rigid, just kind of relax into these experiences more, being open to trying different things. And you just seeing that all of the things that life has to offer you, because there is, I feel like there's splendor is what the word that's popping to my head here, and that you can even cash more into like your universal like bank account there with these experiences that you're bringing, and become rich in this, in life experiences as well. But who knows, maybe even something that might even bring a little more to the bank there, Scorpio. So just because you got quite a bit of pentacles here starting up here, but I just feel like it's that mind getting out of our way in a sense, or something along those lines. So just something to think about there, Scorpio. I love that. That's a dope start there, Scorpio. There. Alright, Scorpio, let's get some tea and let's talk about Capricorn energy. Because with good old Cap, you have Mercury that's going to start doing some, Mercury's about to start getting busy here. And then you have Pluto, your other ruler, that's in Capricorn as well. It's going to be there. Well, let's talk about Pluto first, because Pluto's going to be in Capricorn until Aquarius season, the 20th of January 2024. And with this Scorpio, this really affects us on a global scale as well as an individual scale as well. But this can lead to shifts in power dynamics and a breakdown of outdated systems. You talk about towers, yeah, that definitely. I mean, Pluto and Capricorn has been nothing but just changes and things coming to light, and it's only going to get more interesting from there, Scorpio, when once he gets really settled into Aquarius. But you may notice too, Scorpio, that there's a heightened sense of responsibility towards societal and global issues. So this can be this energy. Maybe you will think about you want to be a part of the change with the Tower being here to bring about abundance with the Empress. Maybe you're taking getting into maybe positions of power in a sense, or because I feel like Pluto and Capricorn, that's a strong place for Pluto to be, especially when it comes to ambitions and really kind of getting your goals there, Scorpio. So use this little bit of energy. It's not like when this energy is out of here, it's going to go away, Scorpio, but just while you still have that tail end of it, make the most of this. But maybe you want to get involved in like your community possibly, or however that's looking. But I do feel like this is great energy for being the change that you want in the world. And then you got Mercury that's going to be in Capricorn until Mercury enters Capricorn on the 1st of December, but Mercury is also going to be going retrograde in Capricorn as well. And let's start with just Mercury entering there, because this brings about because I like Mercury in Capricorn, because I feel like this really brings about a heightened ability to think strategically and plan for the future. Capricorn is very structured, very strategic, very ambitious energy, and so this is a great energy for getting things getting things in order there and thinking about these long-term goals that you want to achieve. Very Ten of Pentacles, and this encourages too responsible decision making and focus on practical outcomes, because I feel like Capricorn is not necessarily like because there's a difference between being like cautious out of fear and just like being like practical and like not taking like those calculated risk in a sense. Capricorn's not just going to jump at anything. They're going to make sure that whatever they put in, they're going to get back and then some. And then also too, that goals and achievements may become like the central theme of our thought process there, Scorpio. So again, this is a very sort of like kind of cracking down and really getting to work. So that's something to consider. Now, with Mercury going retrogrades really aren't meant to be this sort of like terrible thing, Scorpio. Yes, with Mercury retrograde, just in particular, like it can bring about some sort of like where you're serving up word salad in a sense. And I feel like with that being happening in around Sagittarius season as well, we want to be extra mindful of what we may be saying, not make sure our mouths aren't getting ahead of our head, which noted, Justin. But also, there may lead to some wonkiness with technologies and things. So if we're expecting any sort of like important emails or messages, things along those lines, just kind of double check some things kind of sent out to spam folders, or if we need to get some things out, making sure that it's sent, saving any sort of like receipts for things along those lines if we make any sort of like online purchases. But with Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, this is going to happen on the 13th of December. And this is a great time to reevaluate long-term plans, career objectives, and personal aspirations. Because that's the main thing about retrogrades. They slow the energy down and allows us to kind of go within and just kind of reflect on what we're doing with this energy, and are we really aligning up with where we're trying to get to. And this is too, with Capricorn being such a hardworking sign, this is an energy of making sure we're finding balance between professional responsibilities and our personal life. Because what's the point of having all this abundance, Empress energy, if you have nothing to enjoy it with? If you don't take moments to reap what you've sown. So something to think about there, Scorpio. And there may be an increased sense of duty and a focus on fulfilling obligations. So again, very responsible type of energy, very like very patient energy too, I feel, when it comes with Capricorn energy. So that's just something to be mindful of. And the lovely thing too, I feel like for you, this is really nice because depending on where your Scorpio placements are at, this is forming a sextile with your sign. And sextiles create about, and I feel like what a great sign to have us, like, to have this sort of energy with, because this does create opportunities. It can be very lucky energy, but it is a passive one. You do always have a choice, Scorpio, and we can either, it's just like the aces, their potential. We can either start watering those seeds, or we can just kind of let them go there and let the situation pass. It'll just come manifest in a different sort of way. But I feel like we know, considering that your placements form very beneficial aspects with Capricorn energy, that's something to think about and make the most of that. Get the most out of this abundance there, Scorpio. But let's get a tarot on this. Or let's get an oracle on this. Thank you. Oh, look. I like this, Scorpio. And see, this is why I say this was so fortunate, because you got the Galaxy of Goals here. And this is a sick card, because this is the universe is vast, and so is your and so is your potential. Set your sights on the stars there, Scorpio. So come on, look at how you're syncing up with the energies. You got your choices here with Sagittarius. Now what do you want to do with that? Get that focus. Be intentional with what you want to manifest. This is magician energy all the way, Scorpio. And the universe is vast. What you want to do, and especially I feel when your ruler Pluto gets into Aquarius next year, and we already got a flavor of that. That the only crazy idea is the one that's not being implemented. So try not to Eight of Swords, limit yourself to any one thing, or like pigeonhole yourself to something. You can achieve whatever you think. It's just like how, once you get that thought and you have those feelings lined up, is how do we take that action. So I dig that, Scorpio. Let's get some tarot on this. Get some details. Oh, come on. I love that. More. Hold on, Scorpio, because this deck is look how freaking abundant you are. You'll understand why in a second. All right, Scorpio. So you have the absolutely. Absolutely. So you have the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Empress. Yes. So in this deck, there are you, and who else did this? Leo has done this, where there are two cards that have two versions of their cards, and that's the Two of Cups and the Empress. And so let's talk more about the Empress, because I love talking about the Empress. This, and I like these two because these Empresses are very different. When you see this one is like a younger Empress. She's just coming into her energy. And I feel like that's very appropriate that this came up with the Nine of Pentacles, which is that pre-Empress energy, Venus and Virgo. And I feel that this is you setting your goals right now, because Seven of Cups, you have options. Choices. You have a kaleidoscope of choices. The universe is vast. What do you want to take a part on? What idea do you have with this Ace of Swords here? And let's jump into that thing. Make it happen. Be open to this, Scorpio, and whatever it is that you want to accomplish, because the Nine of Pentacles is a very, very Capricorn energy. Very focused, very driven, very, might be more kind of focused on sorry, Scorpio, I'm excited. And so, no, I'm not. So Scorpio, this is, can be a very productive energy for you, a very, very hard-working one. And so I feel like Seven of Cups, too, we want to be mindful of distractions. Where it is, I feel like, it's chill to have some fun, take breaks and things, but try not to let this get in the way of all this abundance that you're trying to manifest, all this beauty that you're trying to bring to the table. I mean, come on, Scorpio. That's wild. I love that because it's. I feel like it's one thing to get doubles like that when Leo got it, but when you get double major arcanas like that, and that's so appropriate too. More, you know what? Let's talk about this next, Scorpio, because clearly Venus has a lot to say, and I'm with it. Okay, let's put this here, and in Scorpio also. Look at this. Your thoughts, Ace of Swords, becoming things, Ace of Pentacles. You're planting these seeds. Be very intentional with what you're doing, and I feel like this can be whatever you want. You can, but I know I said rich with experience, but if you just want to be just rich in general, Scorpio, I mean, why not? You are the only limit that stops that, so, or keeps it growing. Now let's talk about Venus, the Empress, because she's going to be entering your sign there, Scorpio, and I love that too. She's going to be entering your sign on the 4th of December and will be there through the 29th of December. Let me grab some tea. Almost empressed out over here. And with this energy, this really encourages us to explore deeper layers of our emotions and our desires. And I feel like with you, Scorpio, really asking yourself those with this, what is it that you love? What would raise your vibration through the roof? What are you doing right now? And this doesn't necessarily just have to be with your goals and careers. And let's say this could be just maybe like hobbies and things, or whatever that's looking like. But also, relationships may go through some significant changes there, and you do got the Tower energy here. So this could be where, and again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. This changes. It's just that you know how your energy is. It's taking something that it's taking that lightheartedness of Libra energy and taking it to that next level. So really, really deepening that bond. So this could be maybe for somewhere thinking about moving in with someone. That's a significant change. Or maybe we're going Facebook official. That's a change. Or maybe we're thinking about getting married, possibly. Whatever that's looking like. But it's changes will happen in relationships. And also, you may feel inclined to explore areas of love and intimacy in a deeper and more open way. So, I feel like this is a great energy for this, a real trusting type of energy. This vulnerability that's coming through here with Venus being in Scorpio. But I feel this is a nice one too. I wish I would have mentioned it with the other signs. But I'm glad I'm thinking about this early on, because this also is a great energy too, because your sign is one that is good with finances, Scorpio. Granted, yours more so deals with shared finances and joint assets and things like that, but you're still a money sign. Your opposite, Taurus, who also deals with money, ruled, and Empress deals with money, ruling over Taurus. So just something to think about. And depending on where your placements are at, because you all about to be all up in this Venus energy, this is forming a conjunction with your Scorpio placements. And conjunctions are interesting because it's like the energies are blending together. And then so you notice that there's a difference there, but it's just like, what do we do with that Venus, that Venusian energy? And how are we going to make that manifest? So yeah, conjunctions they're unique among the aspects, because it's even like it's revitalizing, or it's bringing a different type of thing to focus on during this Venus go round. So yeah, make the most of that blend there, because you are just steeped in Empress energy right now, Scorpio. That might actually be your title. Let me get an oracle on this. Interesting. How fascinating, Scorpio. I like this. Because you have the tide of change here. And with this, all it says is embrace life's phases. And I feel like Scorpio, and I feel like that's one where you are the sign of change. And I feel when you do go along with this energy and embrace the cycles that do come with the, making these choices, setting these goals, enjoying the changes that happen in life. I feel like you get to see things from a different perspective, Scorpio. You see the abundance and the opportunities. We go from young Empress to experienced Empress, and yeah, I really like this. And the fact that one of your rulers is here, Mars, you can you you can bring about this change. And I mean, you can and you do bring about this change, but I feel like that this is one where, because you are, I feel like, in a very abundant energy there, Scorpio. Let's get some tarot on this and get some details with that. Thank you. Now let's look at you. Wow, look at you. Okay, Scorpio. Interesting. Okay, so you have divine counterparts here, the King and Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and then the High Priestess here, Scorpio. And let's talk about these two for a minute. Because, I mean, Scorpio, for some, you may be coming into an energy of a maybe new passionate encounter, possibly, because the King and Queen of Wands, they're very passionate couple. And I feel that, yes, this could be with love as well, but so that's something that you're manifesting. I feel like being open to that, but and that's interesting because do even feel that there might even be some choices here as far as like if that is a love thing that you might be coming into, because I mean you are in a very beautiful energy with Venus being here, so this might be something where that magnetic energy of yours may be kind of cranked up there a little bit, Scorpio. So just kind of be mindful of that, because maybe even like even though you got King of Wands here showing up strong, maybe King of Pentacles, as he's coming there probably like, hey, I see you in that abundance energy, let me, you know how King of Pentacles can be. But I do feel that there is, when it comes to that, if you're not sure what energies that you're trying to be with, if you're trying to do something more serious, listen to your intuition. Listen to, because you have a powerful intuitive insight there, Scorpio. So keep that in mind. Sometimes with the Two of Swords, our heads can get in the way of, or our thoughts can get in the way of what we're actually feeling. But I do feel with this as well, Scorpio, that there is this energy of pursuing your passions and really being in that state of creation, that because the King and Queen of Wands, they're very highly skilled manifestors. They have just this creative energy that is unreal, and I feel like it's going to be this need to follow your desires, with all these choices that are coming up. What do you want to do? Which one is feeling, where do you feel like you can be most secure with in this energy, and that can bring you about the most of abundance? Which one is really speaking to you? What's your intuition telling you? And I even feel with this energy is like trying not to let others kind of sway this heightened creative energy that you're in, this manifesting that you're in. So, all right, Scorpio, I think I'm going to leave that there. So, yeah, something to think about there. How fascinating. All right, let me get these people in order here. And then let's talk about Taurus energy. Because you have Jupiter that's going to be, Jupiter that's No, that's retrograde, and Uranus that's retrograde in Taurus. I always think that Uranus is, or Jupiter's getting ready to get out of retrograde. That's going to be a cap season. But Jupiter, let's talk about Big Papa first. Because Jupiter's going to be retrograde until the 30th of December. And with this is great for reevaluating your approach to wealth, investments, material comforts, things like that. I mean, the double Empress, really. And this could be too, Scorpio. You know, maybe you are thinking about investing in. This could be maybe you're investing in land, or maybe you want to start like growing your own food, possibly, or yeah, just maybe even trying like different sort of investment styles, maybe, you know, however that may be looking. But this could also be in seeking advice for these areas that you're not feeling so confident in. You know, we're again starting off young Empress here. We got Nine of Pentacles. We're really refining that Empress energy. But actually, I'm gonna put that there because I like that. You know, we're gonna do it like this because we're building up to expert Empress there. But I do feel that well, that's one thing with Jupiter being in retrograde, and then Uranus is going to be retrograde until the 27th of January 2024, and you know Uranus has been just wreaking, you know, just not havoc, but just been has been changing the foundation for things for a while. And with this, you know, those changes included are those changes include like changes in our currency and investments and even like stocks, or even like the in our economic structure. So it's just like it's riding with all these changes that are happening and that are going to just continue to keep happening over these next few years, because Uranus is going to be there until 2025. You know, how do we embrace, and Uranus here, you already got Uranus right here. How are we riding out this wave? How are we embracing these changes there, Scorpio? And you may notice too that the tide of change, embracing life's phases. But also, you may notice a heightened awareness for environmental issues as well, just because Taurus deals with nature. And so you may be trying to do things to reduce your carbon footprint. You know, maybe investing in more kind of natural energies and renewable energies and things like that. There, Scorpio. So something to think about. And depending on where your placements are at, this is forming in opposition with your sign. Now, oppositions are tougher because they bring about polarities. You know, you're trying to bring two. It's almost like Mars and Venus. You know, they're they need each other, but trying to blend those two energies together is it can be hard sometimes. And so usually oppositions bring about like challenging situations, delays, things like that. But it's usually like a situation or relationship that forces you to make some sort of change in a sense, and always going to be for the better, Scorpio. I mean, not even when it doesn't feel like it in that moment, but it's always for your highest good there. So just something to think about with that opposition energy. But let's get an oracle on this. Nice. Thank you. All right, Scorpio. So you have the nest of nurture. And with this is care and compassion are the cornerstones of growth. Foster a nurturing environment for yourself and others. And I like this, Scorpio, because this feels that I feel like for some, because, and hopefully for all of you, you know, that you are thinking about focusing on areas that you want to grow, and that you are being kind to yourself during these changes and this process here. And I feel that for some, it's like we're trying to, maybe we've been trying to find a place of security with and I feel like that's very appropriate to how that because I love how your oracle cards are lining up with the zodiacal energies, because Taurus is very much, I feel this is a very Taurian card, where you want to have that nurturing environment so that you can grow and really maximize the abundance that you bring into this world. But I do feel that in while we're getting towards that state and thinking about the choices that we do make in order to get there, it is being kind and compassionate to yourself and knowing that every choice that you make is leading you again towards your highest good. And that making sure that you do in all of this stuff, Scorpio, have like a safe space in order for you to just kind of unwind and just kind of process the things that the changes that are happening in your life. And I feel like when you learn to have that compassion and care for yourself, that does allow you to open your heart up to others and help be of service to them as well, and spread this abundant energy that you're in, Scorpio. But let's get some and that might be something too there, Scorpio. Just if we're not looking for, to have babies, just be mindful. But if so, I do feel like this is one. I'm getting to take your time with this when you're building this nest and make sure that we are. You see how she's working on this nest. It's like there's this. Not that you wouldn't do this, Scorpio, but just really going with care, and because that's a significant. That's definitely Venus and Scorpio. That's a significant change there too. Maybe merging nests together. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. That gives me very kind of like Ten of Cups type of energy that's coming through with this. Scorpio, let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, quite a bit here, Scorpio. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. I was kind of sensing him too. I should have said something, but it's fine. Because you have the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Strength card here, Scorpio. So here, the King and Queen's King and Queen of Wands is oldest child here, and I do feel that there is this energy here, Scorpio, that things are getting ready to, I feel like, get busy for you. There's going to be a lot of energy that you're going to need to call upon. And I just don't feel like it's going to be just one where you're just like on the go all the time, but it's like you're needing to put a lot of pieces together, and it's taking this level of care and level of patience and time that's needed. And I do feel with this Page of Cups here, this it's just like it's something to be, yeah, it's something that we're really feeling excited about, in a sense that we're you really are in an energy where I feel like, again, your thoughts are becoming things, and you're really harmonizing with the universe in a special type of way. I feel like this is even you. This nest of nurture is you and the universe kind of cooking up things together, creating this, even this nurturing environment within yourself, Scorpio, not even just without or outside of yourself, because when we're great within, then the outside reflects that as well. And I feel there's going to be this energy with the Five of Cups that maybe these are things we may be thinking about, whether it's like how abundant are we feeling, or maybe we've wanted to start a family, because the Strength card, Leo energy, they're associated with the fifth house, which can deal with that energy of creativity and what's one of the greatest creations other than a child. So that might even be something that we are considering. The Empress is very motherly energy, so that might even be something too. It's and that's a tough energy to be in. Maybe we've been having troubles with that, and I'm even getting for some, and and I know that that's a tough energy to be in, but we may even be thinking about considering maybe alternative means for even children, as far as like maybe considering adoption possibly, or maybe other processes. So that might be something where I do feel like where there is a lot of this abundance here, it does not come without its challenges there, Scorpio, and whatever that looks like. But you know how to face a challenge head on there, Scorpio, and that and it might be tough, but I do feel with the Six of Swords here even that there's something new on the horizon, and it's going to need this level of care and attention and energy that is going to call upon you in order to really see this thing come to fruition. So just be kind, and yeah, really I feel like the biggest thing in all these changes is just making sure that we are being compassionate with ourselves, and that we are respecting where we're at on the journey, and knowing that if wherever you may feel disappointed at, that you can still adjust that energy, reflect, how do we fix this and get back in harmony with what we want to there, Scorpio. So I like that. Let me move some of this stuff here. Yeah, how interesting. All right, then let's talk about this last energy here, which is Pisces, because you have Saturn that's in Pisces, and he's well, yeah, Saturn's in Pisces, and then you have Neptune that's getting ready to come out of retrograde in Pisces. Now, let's see where we want to start. I'll start with Saturn, because Saturn is going to be in Pisces for a minute. We're going to be talking about Saturn and Neptune and all of them in Pisces for in Uranus and Taurus energy for or Uranus and Taurus, Pisces and Taurus energy for a little while. So we just kind of settle in there, Scorpio. But Neptune's going to go direct on the, I want to say, the 6th of December, and it's going to be there through 2025. But this is really great energy for creative expression, because Neptune and Pisces, they're associated with the 12th house, which is the biggest house of dreams, fantasies. And it's just a beautiful house, and I feel like this is a great energy for you to tap into that spiritual side of you, and inform creation, because the Empress is not about just being beautiful and just being abundant. She spreads that abundance around. She creates this energy, and that's why I feel like, whether this be through dance, through music, through writing, through whatever this is looking like, Scorpio, tap into that energy, but bringing all the kind of beauty and creative energy that you can, and whatever form that manifests, maybe even working with cars or gardening or anything along those lines, Scorpio. But then also, this is excellent for an excellent time for practices like meditation and even like dream analysis. And so pay attention to those intuitive messages, high priestess energies that you do receive from source, and see where, because I feel you are really in a very, again, king and queen of wands, a very heightened sense of creativity, of manifestation. So pay attention to that, Scorpio. And then you have Saturn that's in Pisces until December or May 2025. And with this is a great energy for, again, making your dreams come true, taking that discipline of Saturn that he brings, and then taking that dreamy, wishful energy of Pisces, and literally bringing your thoughts to life. Bring from the dome to the home. So I think you're the one that started that little phrase there, Scorpio, and I always love that. But also, too, Scorpio, you may notice that it's a little difficult establishing emotional boundaries as well. So that's something to just pay attention to as well, especially with all this abundance that you're bringing. We just want to be mindful of that. People aren't coming in there to take advantage, and it's not to make you paranoid, but just, again, to just trust your intuition. And I think that's all I got for that, Scorpio. Oh, and depending on where your placements are at, you have a lot of energy that's going on through. You got a little bit of everything here, because this is forming a trine with your sign. Now, Neptune is farther along, so you're going to need to know your birth time, of course. But Saturn is just freshly out of retrograde. He's getting ready to move right along there. He's actually doing some stuff with my moon placement right now. But trines are very fast moving energies. They remove blockages out of the way. Now, it can be a little tricky with, because the thing to consider too with the aspects is whether a planet's a neutral, benefic, or malefic planet. Now, Saturn is technically a malefic planet, so this could be a little tougher because I had a trine that was forming with, or actually it's coming back. So, a trine form with Pluto, and where trines bring about good luck and opportunities and very fast moving energy, it was still Pluto, and so yeah, your ruler definitely came in hot with that transit for sure. But yeah, just something to but the nice thing too, you got with depending on where you place it with Neptune as well. That's a nice one to have. Neptune, I would say, is more of a neutral planet that can go, I feel like, either way, because Neptune can lead to a little bit of trickiness. So, but overall, it can again always leads to growth and change there, Scorpio. But let's get your last oracle card here. All right, Scorpio. Interesting. You got a lot of So you have the crescent of transition, which is a card says life is a series of phases, like the moon, the high priestess. Oh, that's it. Life, okay, let me try that again. Life is a series of phases, like the moon. Embrace each crescent of change, and I like this, Scorpio, because depending on when you're watching this, yesterday, the 13th, we started the new lunar cycle, and it was kicking off in your sign. And where when it hit its peak, it was in your sign, when it started. And this was the first new moon after the eclipses happened, or after eclipse season. So this is a big energy for change and embracing. I mean, you have that already with this tide of change here. So I really feel like that you are getting ready to enter into a new, like a new chapter here. And the Fool is the first stop of the major arcana train, and so you're getting ready to engage into or embark on a new chapter here, Scorpio. And I really feel like pay attention to any sort of changes that happen. Not even just like the bigger type of changes here. Notice even the small changes that are coming into your life. And even with like this Six of Swords energy, for some there may be a need that we've been holding on to something for so long that there is a time to take that leap. It's like intuitively we know it's time, but it's like we may be resisting that, and that resistance is what's keeping our choices, like limiting our choices possibly, or keeping us from achieving our goals and establishing that safe space that we're needing. So be thinking about this. This is a very, and that's interesting. You would think this would be going on during your birthday season, but now I feel like it's taking all that conjunction energy that was going on with in your birthday season, and now we're taking that and growing from that and really taking this pursuit for change. So something to think about and get ready for that, Scorpio. I feel like this can be a very abundant overall. Again, double Empress. Shoot. That's what's up. So yeah, let me get your last tarot cards here. I didn't even think that would happen. To be honest with that, how that Empress popped out there, I didn't even think that would. But and there is your other ruler, Scorpio. You're syncing up with the Empress, yes, but with the energies in a very cool way here. Oh, and so you have the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, Taurus, the Sun card, love that, and how you got Leo and the Sun here. Who else did that? I think Cancer did that. Either Cancer or Leo. No, might have been Leo too. But the World card, and then your other ruler here, Judgment card, Scorpio. Let's switch back over, because I feel too when you get like the Tower and the Judgment card, this is an energy of rebirth. And I love this too because you got the world, the last stop of the major arcana train. You're closing out a chapter here, Scorpio, and getting to the full energy. And it's with the Sun card, because now you're even going in order, because it goes the Sun, the Judgment card, then the world, and then back to the Fool. And I feel like there's this energy of seeing things with the clarity, finding your happiness, making that wish fulfillment. What is it that you want, Scorpio? Really, the universe is the limits with you. And I feel that when you align with that energy, really connect with your higher forces here, with the Hierophant, this could be something fantastic here. But I even feel that there's like this Hierophant is giving me that there's even like maybe there's this like important energy that's like a person could be coming into your world here, Scorpio. So pay attention to the people that you encounter. But even too, when we were talking about like Venus being in Scorpio, that energy of relationships changing. The Hierophant is a card of like can be traditional card of marriage, and so you got King of Queen of Wands there, and this just feels like it can lead to a very rewarding type of energy here, Scorpio. But I feel like it's one that are you ready to heed that call for change and be ready for the things that are getting ready to come your way, because this energy's coming in hot. But I don't feel like it's necessarily like it's I feel like if you can enjoy this journey along the way, it's just going to and stay in that abundant mindset. It's going to be a very rich one that is going through this season for you here, Scorpio. So I love that. I think I'm going to leave that there. So if you like that, Scorpio, give it a thumbs up and share this, because I mean, come on, let's get this abundance going. Let's get this change happening. Because yeah, Tower and Judgment card, that's some transformative energy there. And I feel like it's even you coming into your highest vibration, because Pluto is a higher octave of Mars. And so there's something to think about there, Scorpio. And then subscribe there, you empresses. Hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each week. And then last little bit, Scorpio, you got our ruler here. It's a hot little ticket. But if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Cherridan Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. Absolutely geek out when the High Priestess comes up there, and it's a good old time. Talk some lunar shenanigans and all that housekeeping. We respect the transition of the crescent energy, and all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. And I think we might have mentioned that, because you are now look at this, Scorpio. It's like now this was the last piece to get you connected from your happiness, the Sun card, all the way up to the Empress. And you got the Magician here, which is Mercury energy. And you have all the abundance and all the tools at your disposal. Now it's tapping into that energy, Scorpio, and being that change. This is sick. I'm with that. Let me get your other oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Scorpio. Nice. Little water energy for you there, Scorpio. You got the water card here. And with this, Trust your intuition, because water energy, we're all of us, all the elements are intuitive. Water energy has an easier time connecting to, because we feel things a lot more, and you feel things to a degree that you feel things deeper. You know, it's and considering too, got the high priestess there. Feel the abundance that is around you there, Scorpio. And I feel like it's time to get out of, for some it's like getting out of this shell and opening yourself up to more choices, you know, allowing yourself to feel that you can do something more, and whatever that looks like for you, and really be in that resonance. Nine of Cups, be the vibration that you, the energy that you want to attract, and then watch how that manifests and enjoy that transition. And keep in mind too, again, Scorpio, even when we're syncing up with the energies like this, there's not going to say there aren't going to be challenges along the way, but I feel like try not to let it get you where you return, you rush back to that shell and withdraw. You know, we power through this stuff. Use that powerful energy that you have, and embrace all of this transitions that's getting ready to come for you there. So I like that, Scorpio. I think I'm gonna leave that there. But you stay safe out there, Empress. I mean, shoot, that was an impressive energy that you brought there, and thank you for that, Scorpio. I really enjoyed it, and you just keep raising that vibration through the roof. Cause I don't even know what to do with all this. Like, other than follow your lead, get inspired, get pumped there, Scorpio. I love it, and I will catch you on the next one later.